Rob Jones, Managing Director of Standard & Poor's Research Group. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Can you just tell us what people will take away from the meeting today?
Yeah, Anthony, I think it's clear, as I said in my presentation yesterday, that the Geneva Association has been instrumental in being the spearhead in holding back the tide, if you like, in some of the global regulatory initiatives underway. But that tide is mounting, and so there's just a huge wealth of regulations, both actually on a prudential level and on a product level, that the industry is going to have to face over the next several years. And I think everyone here is aware of the fact they're going to have to focus a lot of their attention on those issues going forward.
There's been a lot of discussion about carryover of banking regulation for the insurance industry. Exactly how applicable is banking regulation for the insurance industry?
Well, I think the influence the insurance industry has had at the influential levels in terms of governments and policymakers has been somewhat limited in recent years, and perhaps that's an indication of the systemicness of the insurance industry in the first place, that they don't naturally enjoy that influence. And unfortunately, that leaves the industry in a position where the natural reaction of policymakers is to impose what they see as being good for the banking industry to the generality of financials, and the insurance industry is having to deal with that situation.
And how does Standard & Poor's see this situation developing over the near and middle term?
Yeah, I mean, some would ask why we would be interested in these subjects, and we think it leads to a great deal of uncertainty about the future of insurance companies and their competitive level playing field, what the cost of capital will be, whether they'll be incentivized to exit so-called non-traditional, non-insurance activities, which in some areas we think would be contributory to their financial strength. So we think it's very important to stay abreast of all these developments to not get blindsided by what might happen at some point in the future.